Hey everybody, it's Polaris. Different area. We are in my dining room. I was eating some food. I made, so it's basically like a curry. Well, I say basically. I did rice. Oh gosh. Okay. So white rice. We have a little bit of jalapenos, bell peppers, carrots, celery, potatoes, zucchini, yellow onion, uh, like a spicy sausage, and then I have this like curry mix that I used. I forget what it was called, but it's like a spicy curry. Um, Really good. I almost wish I had. It's like this. The flavor is fine, but I wish I had one more because I like basically like doubled the recipe. So I wish I would have had one more like container of curry, um, just to like have it like just. I just want a little bit more flavor. Like I don't want to be drowning in flavor. But anyways, um, I where do I start? So I think the intention of this is to one, check in because I always want to check in at least once a week, but also I want to kind of do like a recap of how July went. Um, so current state, I am in a creative dip right now. There's nothing wrong with that. I just want to like state that. That's what I love about being creative is that you go through these peaks and you can like push out a lot. Like for 2 weeks straight, I was pushing out videos 5 times a week, almost twice a day, basically. Um, and then I'm like, okay, cool. And then I was like, like I noticed I wasn't writing as much. Like I still would write, but not as much. Like I was writing like so much. And there's a lot of writings I don't share, which I do one day want to share. But I don't know. My writing's still very personal to me, so it's I don't know. But I was pushing out like a lot of music, um, and then I wasn't like writing as much. And then playing my guitar felt like a chore. And when it comes to my art and like my creative side, I don't want it to feel like work. Like that is no, I don't want it to feel like work because that for me, even though I do post on YouTube and I would love to this is like for me this is like my job, like I enjoy making YouTube videos and this is for me it's like a career I want to grow in technically, with my music and art and all that. Um, I just lost my train of thought. I don't remember what the last thing I said was. Oh, but I want to push things out naturally. And so if it starts to feel like work, because for me, all that stuff is very creative. It's like play for me. So when it starts to feel like work, I'm in the state of my life. I'm not going to push myself to do that. Like I'll push myself a little bit, but specifically when it comes to my art and creativity, I'm not going to like force myself to like have to put something out there because that's not the point of this. The point of this is to express myself the way I want. Um, and as right now, I'm just going through a little dip right now. So um, I don't want to say that it's motivation's low because not the motivation. It's just I'm just kind of just like I just want a nap. Like seriously, like I'm really much in um a resting stage right now, which is great because every time I go through that resting stage, that's when I can go climb back up the creative peak. And so I don't know, I'm really learning myself. I think that's the best way I can describe July. I don't like to say the universe is testing me, but it really has like been testing everything I've learned so I could put it to use and to see how far I've come. Like, especially like comparing myself to the person I was like a year ago and even just like 3 months ago. Like, I was reflecting back on like even going to Australia and how much I've changed. Cause like for me, Australia and like a little bit after that was like the end of the chapter for me. And now I'm like really in the beginning of the new chapter and it's brought a lot of emotions. Like I think that's the best way to describe July is really like a new beginning and jumping over that last hurdle to get into the new chapter because ugh, it was like there wasn't going back and my brain was just like it hadn't really realized that we changed. And so that's why I'm really grateful for July, that I was able to really experience things that showed me how far I've come. Like, for example, like I posted on here, but I didn't really like fully talk about it. I performed live in front of people like that, and that was not planned whatsoever. Shout out to my friend James, if he's watching, hello. But because I went to his gig and his show, and then after he was done, they were like putting everything away, and I was hanging out talking with people. And also shout out to Donna, Sid, Mark, Mike, and Ivan. Y'all are awesome. You're beautiful souls, and I'm so grateful I got to meet you all. But I was hanging out talking with everybody, and he's like, "Do you want to play?" And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I started freaking out. But a big thing I'm learning is if something scares me, I gotta do it. I have to push myself through it, especially when it's a safe scenario, And I was just like, I literally kept hearing in my head, I'm like, you're not allowed to say no. You're not allowed to say no. Like, you have to say yes, because you're in the new chapter of your life and you're proving to yourself that if this is what you want, you gotta take the first step. And you know what's so funny about this whole situation? I had pulled a fortune cookie right before he asked me this, a fortune cookie that said, don't give up, the beginning's always the hardest. So I really couldn't say no. And it was truly a magical experience. Like, this whole month has honestly felt so surreal in a way. And I'm so excited for August. I have a couple things planned, and it's like I said, things are gonna pick up again, and I'm just letting myself rest. And another thing is just letting myself be. Like, as talking about with my creative side, like I really don't want to push myself past my limits. And I think Jadina, shout out to Jadina always. I love you, girl. But she talked about how don't look at your life like a big to-do list. And anytime I'm like, oh, I gotta do this, I'm like, up, 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 up. Life is not meant to be a big to-do list. And you know what? Some days I'll get more than I expect to get done. And other days, you know what? All I needed to do was nap that day. Like today, I let myself sleep in. And by sleeping in, I mean I just slept for 30 more minutes. Because normally I wake up 2 hours before I have to like leave the house. And I was like, ain't no way. I went and I put just a 30-minute timer on, and I went back to sleep. Because I really needed that today. And I'm so glad I did that for myself. And work was fine. And then after I was just so tired, and I felt bad because one of my friends was like, hey, do you want to hang out for work? I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I want to go home and take a nap. So I went home and I took a nap. Even my parents came. I love my parents so much, but even they showed up. Like, I had just clocked out, and I was like, oh, mama, and I ran to my mom and my dad. And I was like, what the heck are you guys doing here? And they were asking me to be like, oh, do you want to do anything? I'm like, no. They told my dad, he's like, it's okay, you can tell us no. He's like, look at you, I can tell you don't want to go. I'm like, I just want to go home and nap. Like, I told him to, I was like, I just told my friend no. And so I went home and I slept for like 45 minutes, took like a 45-minute nap. And then I'm going to show you guys some videos, but my friend got kitties. And so I'm helping him kind of watch the cats for a little bit. And so I went over and I fed the kitties. So I'll definitely have to show you guys that I'll post it on my YouTube shorts. So I just hung out with them for a little bit and then came back home, and I just made a bunch of food because I have food, but I haven't cooked any of it. So this is what I'll be eating for 5 days at least, which I'm very happy for. I like having that because I eat it for like my lunch. And then breakfast, I have like other stuff, but so I got that done. And then the last thing I want to do today is I want to make cookies. And you know what? I'm very proud of myself. And at the end of this day, I get cookies out of it, and I'm excited. And I also realized that I had been standing for nearly 12 hours. Besides when I took a nap, like I had been standing all day, and I was like, man, why does everything ache? And I looked at the time, and it was like 8:50. I don't know what it is right now. And I had been standing from work at 8 o'clock all the way until I took a nap it was a little after 5, and then proceeded to still stand up until 8:50 when I realized the time. I'm like, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna eat some food. But then I wanted to talk to you all and catch up and check in. But yeah, I've just take things day by day. You know, like I said, like I try not to see life as a to-do list. Like, sure, there are a lot of things I want to do, but it's like, okay, but like I got to do one thing today. Like just yesterday, like okay, I have these stars, these glow in the dark stars that I've been wanting to put up on my ceiling since I bought them, and also way before I even bought them. But I don't want to call it a creative block, but I'm in a creative dip, and so I'm like, I really don't know. Like, I have like a vision in my head, but it's not fully of how I want to do it, and also I just don't want to be reaching up on my ceiling. I really don't feel like doing that right now. So I didn't do that, but instead, I have like these like vinyl frosted like window covers. They're like floral designs, and when the sun hits it, it's like little rainbows in the room. But I did that instead because that's like way easier compared to reaching up, putting stars on the ceilings, you know? So it's like reminding myself that I've done enough and I'm enough with where I'm at right now. And I know I'll go back through the spikes and the motivation will kick back in and my creative, I almost said creative juices, will start flowing again and I'll be able to do more. Like how I was doing. Like I was posting 5 times a week, twice a day. You know, like there will be a time where I'll do that again. But I'm not gonna force myself to do that because that's how burnout happens. And I don't, especially when it comes to my creative side, I'm not going through creative burnout ever again. So it's just listening to my body. And also like a big thing is not acting out of desperation. I'm not really gonna go into what's going on right now in my personal life, but there are some stressful things going on, okay? And it's been really hitting a nerve inside of me. And also because like since I am going through like a bit of a creative dip, like I do get more emotional during that time because if I'm not getting it out creatively, then it's like it's gonna come out a different way, all my emotions. And so a lot of it I've been crying a lot, which is fine. We're humans. But I have been crying a lot. I mean, I just posted last week, like I was crying and I wanted to talk to you guys and kind of show how I work through that, you know? Okay, I have something else in my head, so universe, please don't let me forget about that. But what was I just saying? Dang it. See, now all I remember that other thing. Someone taking my body. Oh, not acting desperation, that's right. And because I know I'm very emotional right now, when something stressful would happen, I would like want to like find an escape, get a way out, and like start like overthinking a little bit. And each time I did that, I would just like remember I don't remember where I heard this phrase, but I just kept hearing in my head, don't act in desperation. And so I took a deep breath and just invited the universe, God, Holy Spirit, whatever word you like to use. I just took a deep breath and I just invited that in. I'm like, please help clear the space. I give my worries to you and help me make clear decisions instead of acting out of desperation. And each time I did that, I instantly felt calm. And I'm like, okay, life's not falling apart. You know, like it's, I don't know, for me, like it's something I've worked through so much that I laugh because of how easy I can get over it. But I know how hard it is. But that's why for me, I just need to laugh about it. Because obviously in the moment, it really does feel like the world's ending. And I need to like escape and run away. But then I'm like, okay, I'm doing pretty good, you know? But the other thing I wanted to mention, since bringing this up, shout out to Gene. Gene is my man, okay? He comes in all the time, and God bless him, like literally, like he is an angel sent from heaven. And I, like, each time I interact with him, like, it's like, he comes exactly when I need him, and that's why I just think he's just an angel, like, you know? But he came in today, and I was tired. Like I said, I'm going through a dip, so I was tired. And I was like, how are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm doing good, whatever. And then he's like, how are you doing? I'm like, honestly, I was like, doing good, but I could use a nap right now. And he told me this beautiful phrase, and I have to share it. It's called HALT. So when you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, halt. And he said, if you're hungry, get some food. If you're angry, pray for the other person that's making you angry to kind of set good intentions, right? If you're feeling lonely, call up someone, get a friend. And if you're tired, take a nap. And I was like, wow, I like that. Because it's something that I do practice, like, especially like when I get hungry. Oh my God. I get really hangry. It's not okay. Like, I mean, like, it's kind of normal and natural for that to happen because obviously I'm hungry. But it's like, because I'm aware of it, I'm like, okay, I'm hungry right now. Hey, can I take a break? And I'll go and like, I always carry snacks with me. And I really liked that phrase, halt. And it's just to take a break and just remind yourself, like, hey, let's just take a pause, you know? And it just goes back into the thing of just like not overworking yourself or myself in this situation, you know? Don't push yourself past your limits. You know, I mean, there's obviously pushing past certain boundaries, right? But just don't overwork yourself. Like, really don't. Like, your body tells you everything you need. Your body tells you when you need to rest, right? Your body tells you when you sit down because your whole legs and back are aching, you know? Body tells you when it's hungry. It tells you everything. You just have to learn how to listen to it. And for me, a big thing of that is also just deep breaths and doing like light meditations. And I say light meditations in the way of just clearing my mind, bringing myself back into the present moment, and feeling in my body, and realizing, you know, I'm glad I sat down. You know, I'm really making a point about the sitting down, but I think that's just crazy that I was just standing that long, just like working hard. Sorry, I heard a noise. But on that note, I'm going to end this video here because I'm tired and I would like to finish the cookies because that's the last thing I need to do. And I want to go to bed early. I need to. I almost said I need a nap. I do need a nap, but I just need to just go to sleep. So thank you everybody for watching. Yeah, be sure to stay safe out there, okay? And take care of yourself. And always love yourself, okay? Because you deserve it. And I love you, okay? Bye.